If you're getting ready for UPSC 2025, I need you to just stop for a moment and really listen. I'm about to walk you through the exact strategy that took me from just barely clearing prelims to absolutely smashing it. This isn't some random theory. This is the battle-tested blueprint that changed the game for me, and I'm going to break it all down for you, step by step. Just look at these numbers. This was my journey. That first attempt, honestly, it was a total fluke. I was anxious, I was guessing, and yeah, I got lucky. But the second time around, I walked out of that exam hall knowing I was through. That feeling, that confidence, it didn't come from studying more hours, it came from studying the right way. And that is the exact shift we are going to make for you starting right now. Now, before we jump into the solution, we have to be brutally honest about the problem. I've been exactly where you are, and I see thousands of bright aspirants fall into the very same traps, year after year. Let's just call it what it is, the prelims trap. So here's the first part of that trap. You've got toppers telling you to read one thing, coaching centers pushing another, and about 1 million YouTube videos pulling you in every direction imaginable. I remember having a desktop folder just packed with hundreds of PDFs. I probably never even opened half of them. You end up just collecting material, drowning in Telegram groups, and feeling more lost than when you started. Sound familiar? And then there's this feeling, this crushing weight that the syllabus just goes on forever. Every single day, the pile of current affairs gets bigger, the static subjects feel like mountains, and you're constantly asking yourself, how on earth am I ever going to finish all this? But here's the secret I learned. That feeling is an illusion. It's designed to make you panic, to make you lose focus. Now, listen to me very carefully, because this is probably the single biggest mistake that almost everyone makes. We think prelims is a test of how much you know. It's not. It is a test of elimination. Its only purpose, its entire reason for being, is to filter out 95% of the people taking it. This is not a knowledge contest. It's a high-pressure performance. And here's a dose of reality for you. You do not need to know the answers to all 100 questions. You don't even need 70 or 60. To comfortably clear the cutoff, you need to get around 45 questions right. Just 45. Let that sink in for a second. The goal here isn't perfection, it's strategic accuracy. Getting this one number into your head will fundamentally change how you prepare. Okay, so we know the traps to avoid. Now, let's talk about the way out. This is my proven 3-phase blueprint. It's designed to cut right through all that noise and give you a clear, step-by-step path to scoring way, way above that cutoff line. And here it is, the whole strategy on one screen. 3 simple but incredibly powerful phases. Phase 1, from January to March, is all about building a foundation so strong that nothing can shake you. Now look at Phase 2, current affairs. Notice the word continuous. This is so important. This is not something you cram in the last month. The strategy is to connect, not collect. You read about a new species found in the Western Ghats. You don't just make a note. You open your environment book to the biodiversity chapter and link it. This turns current affairs into a revision tool, not just another task. And finally, Phase 3, April and May. This is where we turn knowledge into marks by mastering the art of the test itself. So let's zoom in on Phase 1, that foundation. This is where most people get it wrong, and it's precisely where you're going to get a massive head start. The secret isn't about reading more books. It's about mastering the right ones, based on a principle that, trust me, all the top rankers understand whether they say it out loud or not. Now look at this. This is the famous 80-20 principle, but applied directly to the UPSC prelims. It's pretty amazing when you see it laid out like this. A huge chunk, about 80% of the questions you'll face, consistently comes from a very small core set of materials. Just 20%. Your entire job in Phase 1 is to find that 20% and know it inside and out. And here it is. This is your 20%. This is your entire world for the next few months. The core NCRDs, Lakshmi-Khan for polity, just the highlights of the economic survey, and a few selected chapters from the India yearbook. That's it. Forget the dozen other fancy books you've been told about. Mastering these sources is absolutely non-negotiable. But it's not just what you study, it's how. Just reading a chapter from start to finish, that's passive reading. And look at the retention rate, a measly 30%. The absolute game changer is what we call active recall. You read a chapter, say on fundamental rights, and then you immediately solve the last 20 years of questions on that topic.
And bam, look at the difference. Your attention skyrockets to 70%. This isn't a small tweak. This is a massive leap in efficiency.
Okay, so once you've built that rock-solid foundation with the 80-20 rule, and you have your current affairs system humming along in the background, we move to phase 3. This is the skill that literally drags you across the finish line. This is where you stop being just a student and you start becoming a player. Because prelims, my friend, is a game of elimination. So let me reframe this for you. For most questions, you don't need to find the one right answer. You just need to get really, really good at spotting the 3 wrong ones. I want you to start thinking like a detective. Every question is a puzzle. You're looking for clues, for extreme words like only or all, for logical traps that are designed to catch you. Your job is to disqualify the wrong options. And if you need proof, look at this. This is real data from my own mock tests. On questions where I was completely clueless and just took a wild guess, my accuracy was terrible, around 40%. But on questions where I didn't know the answer for sure, but I used these intelligent elimination techniques, my accuracy jumped to 65%. That jump is the difference between your name being on the list and having to wait another year. This skill is your single biggest weapon. All right, enough strategy, enough theory. Talk is cheap. What really matters is what you do after this. So I'm going to give you a very clear, very simple action plan to get you started tonight. No more confusion, no more waiting for the perfect time. This is your plan for the next 7 days. Today, day 1, your only job is to declutter. Physically put away all those extra books and close all those extra tabs. Keep only the core list we talked about. Then, the next 2 days, just take one old paper to see where you stand. And by day 4, you're in the system. Read a topic, solve the PYQs. It's simple, it's effective, and it builds momentum, which is everything. And here is the only toolkit you need. Just look at how short and manageable this list is. This whole process doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. NCRTs are free. You need a couple of standard books, 1 newspaper, 1 magazine for your current affairs, and 1 good test series for phase 3. That is it. Focus all your energy here. And I want to leave you with this final, crucial piece of advice. The secret to this exam isn't about those crazy 15-hour study days. It's not about intensity. It is all about consistency. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it. And remember this, 1 hour of deep, focused work with your phone in another room is worth more than 5 hours of distracted, half-hearted reading. So, I've laid out my entire strategy for you. Now I want to hear from you. Let's make this a two-way street. Take a second to really think about this question. What is the single biggest challenge, the one thing that's holding you back in your prelims prep right now? Is it a particular subject? Is it managing your time? Drop it in the comments below. Let's start a conversation because we're all in this journey together.